Hey everyone, imagine waking up to news that could completely flip your financial world upside down. In a good way, of course. Well, that moment has finally arrived, and it's not just some rumor floating around. The president has put pen to paper, signing an executive order straight from the Oval Office that's about to send $2,000 checks your way every single month if you qualify. This isn't a one-off thing like we've seen before. It's a game changer that could mean tens of thousands of dollars landing in your pocket over the next year. Picture that for a second. Consistent cash rolling in, month after month. It's hard to overstate how massive this is, and trust me, you'll want to stick around for every detail on how it's going to work and what it could mean for you. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Haven't we heard talk about stimulus checks before that didn't quite pan out? Fair point, but let me tell you why this feels different. With prices climbing, inflation refusing to chill out, and everyday costs piling up, the folks in charge have decided it's time for something bold. They're not just tossing out a single payment and calling it a day. This is about steady support, the kind that could help you plan your finances with a little more breathing room. We're talking about the biggest direct payment program this country has ever rolled out, and it's aimed at keeping families afloat while giving the economy a solid boost. So, who's going to see this money? That's the big question buzzing around, right? Here's the breakdown. If you're an individual pulling in less than $75,000 a year, you're in line for the full $2,000 each month. For married couples filing taxes together, that cutoff jumps to $150,000. But even if you're earning a bit more, don't tune out just yet. They've set up a system where the payments taper off gradually, so individuals making up to $99,000 and couples up to $198,000 could still get a piece of the pie. It's a wider net than we've seen in the past, which means more people, millions more, might find some relief heading their way. Alright, let's get to the part everyone's dying to know. When does the cash start showing up? The Treasury Department isn't wasting any time. They've already kicked off the massive behind-the-scenes work to make this happen, and the first wave of payments is slated to hit within the next 30 days. If you've gotten stimulus money via direct deposit before, you're golden, no extra steps needed, it'll just land in your account. But if you're someone who hasn't had payments sent that way, don't sweat it. There's a brand new online portal coming together, built from the ground up to handle this program. It's smoother, more secure, and I'll walk you through exactly what to do once it's live so you don't miss out. This whole effort is part of something much bigger, a push to steady the economy while putting real money back into people's hands. It's not just about a quick cash boost, it's about building something lasting. Small businesses, families, you name it, they're all in line to feel the ripple effects. And here's what makes this stand out. It's not locked into a short-term plan. The order sets these payments up for a full year to start, with the option to keep going if the economy still needs a lift. That's up to $24,000 over 12 months, and maybe more if things don't turn around as fast as hoped. Can you imagine what that kind of steady support could do for your budget? Now, how do they figure out who gets what? The IRS is digging into your latest tax return to sort it out, but they've added some smart tweaks this time. If your income or job situation has shifted since you last filed, there's a simple way to appeal and update your info. They're trying to make sure no one slips through the cracks, even if life's thrown you a curveball lately. And for folks who don't usually file taxes, like seniors on Social Security or veterans with disability benefits, there's good news. They've carved out a special process just for you, with a simplified sign-up and extra help to get it done. No one's getting left behind on this one. The ripple effects could be huge. Experts are saying this might pull millions out of tough financial spots while giving local businesses a much-needed shot in the arm. More money in your pocket means more spending at the corner store or the diner down the street, and that could spark a cycle of growth that sticks around. But what about inflation? It's a real worry, and they've thought about that too. The administration's teamed up with the Federal Reserve to keep prices from spiraling out of control, rolling out tools to balance things out so this help doesn't backfire. Where's all this money coming from? They're getting creative, closing tax loopholes for big corporations, setting a baseline tax rate for companies, and pulling in unused funds from older relief efforts. Plus, they're cracking down harder on tax dodgers at the top to bring in extra cash without piling onto the national debt. It's a juggling act, but they're betting it'll pay off. The rollout's already in motion, with the IRS upgrading its systems to handle the load. Soon, you'll get a letter spelling out your details, and then the payments start flowing in waves, faster and smarter than before, thanks to lessons learned from past rounds. Security's a big deal too. With something this massive, they're not taking chances. New tech, like AI to spot fraud, and tighter checks with banks mean your money's going where it's supposed to, straight to you. So, what's the play here? With $2,000 hitting your account every month, it's worth thinking ahead. Maybe you knock out some debt, stash some for a rainy day, or start a fund for the kids. It's a chance to get ahead, not just get by, and I'll dive deeper into planning tips in another update soon. This could be the start of something new, regular payments instead of one-time handouts, reshaping how support works down the road. Economists are watching closely, saying it might redefine how we think about safety nets. And it's not set in stone, there's room to tweak amounts or rules if the economy shifts, keeping it flexible and responsive. Other countries have tried similar things, but nothing matches this scale. How it plays out could even nudge global policies in a new direction. For now, though, it's about making the most of what's coming. Smart planning beats splurging every time, and I'll keep you posted with tips and updates as this unfolds. Share your thoughts below. How's this going to change things for you? Let's figure it out together and make the most of this historic moment.